What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this latest update on the Caicedo saga. And it is a saga. As I sit here, 11:05, Saturday night, there's still no official word that this £115 million Chelsea bid that we've been told was coming for 48 hours, no sign of it being confirmed by anybody as of yet. So I guess there's a couple of questions that I want to ask with this video. But as always, I do want to know your thoughts on everything I speak about. So let me know in the comment section. Do drop a like on the video. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, as you can see, we're closing in on 200,000 subscribers. Each one of your subscriptions does mean the world to us. And thank you for your continued support of the channel. So look, I'm going to start off by asking, what do Liverpool do after this saga ends? Because what we know as of right now is that John W. Henry is either on his way over to London or is currently in London and will be at Stamford Bridge tomorrow. We don't really know what for. We have seen conjecture that maybe he wants to speak to the Premier League over how this deal is being funded by Chelsea. We've heard maybe it's a head-to-head with Todd Bowley. Truth is, we don't know. But what we do know is, the eve before Liverpool kick off their Premier League campaign, we still don't have a good enough squad. And whatever happens, whatever media circus goes on about this Caicedo deal, we as Liverpool fans can't ignore that fact. We have moved 8 players on, we have brought in 2, and we are nowhere near being strong enough to go out and compete for the season ahead. So don't let this distract you. Does John W. Henry get some credit for putting the bid in? Yes. But only if it's accepted does it become beneficial to us. Only if the deal gets done does it help the squad. Right now, it looks like Caicedo's going into the pile of dreams that were shattered along with Bellingham, Tchouaméni, and other players that Liverpool have been linked to but haven't gotten. So what do? We have 2.5 weeks until this transfer window slams shut. And as I've mentioned all the way through this, we have no recognised defensive midfield player in our squad right now. We have a youngster who can be a 6 or an 8 that's working his way back from injury, but we have nobody. And if you want to talk about Lavia, my question is, we don't know yet what Chelsea are going to do with Lavia, so do you think we revisit Lavia if we miss out on Caicedo? But we can't if this offer that we've heard that Chelsea have put in for Lavia is followed through with. So right now, we've gone from a situation where Chelsea couldn't afford to go above 100 million for Caicedo. They walked away from Tyler Adams, but they've put 2 bids in apparently, one for Lavia and one for Caicedo, and yet nobody in the media has been able to confirm from either club that either of those 2 bids have gone in. But yet plenty of people are quick to run to Chelsea's side. It's very weird. And there are a lot of journalists who look very silly and look very one-sided in all of this conversation. The next question that a lot of you guys are asking is, where do Brighton stand on all of this? The truth is, I don't know the answer to that. All I know is what's being reported. Brighton set the deadline of Thursday midnight for highest offers. I'm sorry for repeating myself, but I'm trying to be clear and factual. Those offers went in. Chelsea's was 100 million, Liverpool's was 111. Liverpool won the bidding process. From there to here, everything else is conjecture. Liverpool wouldn't have bid if they weren't given some reassurances from the players' camp that they'd be willing to come to Liverpool. Whatever you think of our owners, and I don't like them very much, they're not stupid. So that wouldn't have gone in if they hadn't got the encouragement. So what's happened between that bit of information coming to Liverpool and everything changing apparently the next morning? You can use your imagination to figure out what you think went on there. I, of course, have my own thoughts, and I feel like his agent doesn't look very good in all of this. But the biggest question I have to you, watching right now, whether you're a Liverpool fan, Chelsea fan, United fan, whoever, do you think this is good for the league? That a club can go out and spend, and if they get Caicedo and they bring in Elise, could be 950 million on top of Lavia if those deals all get concluded in the space of a year and a bit. Do you think that it is sustainable for any Premier League club to spend 900 to 950 million while bringing in 250 million in sales, given a 700 million differential? Do you think that's sustainable? And before you start laughing about saltiness and stuff like that, ask yourself what may happen here, because it won't end well. On top of this, We've seen Bowley and Chelsea give out 6, 7, 8, potentially even 9-year deals. What's going to happen there is, down the line, you're going to be left with some players who've worked and have done well for the club, and a good few that haven't, who are on high wages, on long-term deals, that won't want to move and no other club will touch. This will not end well. So yes, as I say here, I'm disappointed as a Liverpool fan. Of course I am. I would have loved Caicedo at Liverpool. You've seen my reaction when I thought we were signing him. Would have been brilliant. But from the 48 hours since that moment to now, this has gotten very, very murky, to say the least. So let's see how it pans out. Will the Premier League show a backbone? Will they actually show that profit and sustainability is something that they're serious about? Because again, I'm going to reiterate, if Manchester United can't do this, if Liverpool can't do this, if Real Madrid can't do this, if Bayern Munich can't do this, how can Chelsea? Todd Bowley hasn't been around long enough to make the club that much more profitable than any of these clubs, because they aren't. They have a smaller stadium. At the moment, although I think this could have changed, they have no shirt sponsor. Maybe that changes. They have registered something like 22 new players. They had a dressing room last year that was revolting because they didn't have enough space to get changed in. They had players speaking out. And yet still we sit here. And I ask the same question I ask many times. Who's looking after the sport? Who's looking after the sustainability and the future of the game? Because it isn't going to end well. So I don't know what happens. I can't see a world where Caicedo can come to Liverpool. If Liverpool win this process and Chelsea just go away, you still have to ask yourself, will Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool be happy with the business conducted by the agent and the player? I don't know the answer to that, but I would edge to say that Klopp is very, very angry right now. And whatever way this ends, another important thing that we cannot lose sight of is we haven't signed players. That's the most important thing. If you take one thing from this video, remember this. We have signed 2 players on the eve of the league getting underway, and we've gotten rid of 8. So however you dress this up, whatever corner you're in, you should want Liverpool to sign players, and we should be asking how on earth this is going to happen. 2.5 weeks to go in the window. This circus cannot be used as a get out of jail free card for a lack of investment. Yeah, you get some bonus points for putting the offer in, but it only becomes useful to us when the player's a Liverpool player. And right now it doesn't look like he's going to be. So Florentino Luis, that's one option. Hopefully we explore that. Do we test Real Madrid resolve? I don't know. But we need a centre-back and 2 more midfielders very, very quickly. So don't lose focus. We need to keep the pressure on FSG. We need signings. We deserve better. Klopp deserves better. And these players deserve a squad deep enough to go out there and challenge. So I look forward to reading your comments. Thank you for your time as always. We will be live for a watch along tomorrow from 3:30 against Chelsea right here. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening.